In this video, we are going to walk you through the first steps into the triage process. The first thing we are going to do is log into Guardian. We have just created a new organization within our appliance and we need to tell it what we want to scan. There are several import options available, but for this we are going to use the CSV option to add in 5 2008 R2 nodes that we want to scan. The CSV has all the basic details of our machines, such as the node name, IP addresses, and the user credentials we want to use for the connection. We can simply drag this CSV into the drag and drop box and click View Nodes. We can see the 5 nodes have been added into the Guardian inventory and are available for scanning here. Next, we go into the node and see it has never been scanned. We're going to test the connection before we start a scan to ensure everything is working correctly. This could be skipped if you wanted to go straight into the scan, but it is helpful for troubleshooting if needed down the road. Now, as you have seen from this check, it's connecting fine, so we can start going into the scan. From here, we select all the nodes and kick off a scanning job. Guardian will create a job for each node, and we can drill down into the job itself to see more details. You can see that we have 5 servers being scanned at the moment, and as each of the tasks is completed, they will move into the tasks passed section. This process can take a while, so we will pause here and see you in a minute once they have finished scanning. Our triage scan job has now finished. We have a partial success with some messages, which is to be expected. You can see as we drill down, several nodes have scanned correctly, but a few of them have some errors. In this case, the errors are all about IIS. We had one of our scan options requesting details on IIS, and since this server doesn't have IIS installed, it is reporting this area here. If we go back to the home page, we can see all the nodes are now populated with data. If we pick this node as an example, we can see a breakdown of the data into categories. The policy applies color coding to its scan conditions for quick insight into the pass and fails. We will now use these results to create a Power BI report, which we will show you next. Now that the Power BI report has been created, let's take a look. Here you can see the summary page, which shows the total number of servers that we have scanned, and based on the Guardian policy rules, it applies logic to the report in order to categorize the servers based on color coding. As you can see here, we have 3 red and 2 amber servers identified. The red, for example, is for an application or an in-place upgrade issue. If it states an application issue, then it typically means that legacy applications have been found. This report does not show any green status, which you would see if the scan did not find any legacy applications or legacy operating systems running. The amber status shows we have found legacy operating systems when we did the scan. And we can see from the report that all 5 servers are running legacy operating systems. From this report, we can see that there are 3 servers that have problems with legacy applications and 2 servers that have an in-place upgrade issue. If an in-place upgrade issue is flagged, then it most likely means that there is a feature or server role detected that would cause issues with upgrades. We can then look into a further breakdown of the operating systems and categorizations of the servers if they are database, application servers, or combined. The database categorization is self-explanatory. It's for wherever we find a database. For a server without a database or any web components, then we will categorize this as an application server. And for servers where we find both the database and web components, then we will categorize this as a combined server. Underneath this, you will find what we call the bitness. The bitness shows us the architecture of the service. In this case, you can see that we have 5 64-bit systems. The next field is very important, as it shows us which operating systems are near the end of support, and as shown here, we can see the 2008 R2 is about to expire and was found within the scans. This next page gives us a breakdown with all the data gathered and the problem areas in one screen in order to show where the issues are coming from. This table allows you to select one of the servers and dive deeper into the reasoning behind the server categorization, type of operating system, and the reason for the color code. At the top, we can see the application and the in-place upgrade rules that have failed, and as a result, we have color-coded this server red. On the lower half, we identify the software found, which is how we were able to categorize the server type, and you can see that since it has a database and IIS components, we have marked it as a combined server. We would then go through each server to work out which servers need attention while migrating. Thank you for listening to the Cloudhouse triage process. If you have any questions, then please reach out to our team. Those details can be found on your screen now.